Well, Paul, thanks for speaking to us. The madness all starts again this weekend. Are you ready for it?
Yeah, as ready as you can be. Pre-season seems to go in a heartbeat. Looking forward to it. Lads are in good fettle. Got to get through 2 days training without any issues. But looking forward to it.
How do you look back on pre-season then?
Pretty well, really. I think obviously the downside is, Sibs and Tom have been struggling with their calf. Everyone else has got through it really well. There's been some people really stepping up. The new lads have settled in really well. I think the lads have got a good idea of what we expect, which is obviously good. But it's just words, isn't it? Until 3 o'clock, and then it all really starts. So we'll see what we've got. We'll have a better idea what we've got after a couple of weeks. But yeah, really pleased. We still need some, a couple of new faces in as well. I still think we need to bolster the midfield and up top, which looks like we're close on doing. So we're getting there.
What's the sort of biggest positive or the thing that you've been really encouraged about that you can take away from pre-season ahead of the opener this weekend?
It'd be something that probably won't turn anyone on bar me. So I just think that the collective all have the same ambition. I'm not saying you don't start every season with a feeling of like this year we're going to do this and this, but it just feels a real positive environment where all the lads obviously want success, but I think they have a better understanding of what it looks like in League One. I think a lot of the players here last year hadn't played League One, and it isn't just about football utopia doesn't get you promoted. It takes all sorts of performances in all sorts of games and all sorts of moments, and I think their attention to the detail is prevalent this year, I think. So that's what sort of pleased me the most, that I feel like the whole room is ready for a right go. Like, I know we've got a horrendous start on paper, but then it's in a positive start that if you can pick up points in your first, I say points, I mean a lot of points, but if you pick up points in your first 6 games, I think we've got all the top teams, Bolton, Peterborough, Oxford, obviously starting with Wigan, Blackpool in the Cup, so we've got some real top games. So so we have to be at our best to win any game, I know that, but I just feel like the dressing room and is a real positive place, and they're like eager to go.
Have the votes been counted and verified for the captaincy?
They've been counted and verified. I had Hammy film me unstrap the unbelievable box today. I mean, obviously, like I said before, in years gone by at Derby County, that would have been a diamond encrusted box flown in by a special helicopter dropped in by the Red Arrows or something. But no, it's a shoebox that I put a hole in. It was perfectly sealed. They've been counted and verified, and the winner, can I announce it? I haven't told the lads yet, but I'm telling the lads in 21 minutes. I've just done a comedy video. I've tried to put the winner on Trump's body, Donald Trump's body. I don't know if I get sued for that. Conor Hourihane is a convincing winner. I think his leadership off-season and how he talks on the pitch is he's a very good captain, and when he's on the pitch he'll be the captain, and when he isn't on the pitch he's always the captain. So I've had loads of conversations with him and Foz, to be fair, off-season, so he was the natural leader anyway, but I wanted to see if the dressing room saw it similarly to me, so massive tick.
And you've got a lot of senior players as well. How important are they around Conor? I'm thinking people like James Collins, Fozzie, you mentioned there, Corey Smith, Sonny Bradley. There's a lot of experience there to call on as well. It's not just solely on Conor's shoulders.
No, it isn't. And in fairness, look, I think football captains are a good thing. Respectful. I'm always respectful of the captains, but it's weird. Captains in a lot of other sports do a lot more on pitch. They're like your coach on the pitch. I'm not so sure in football if that is the case. I think they do a lot off the pitch and organise a lot of things, and they're the spokesperson for the team when they're not happy and all that. But on the pitch, you just have 11 leaders, really. I know Conor will be there for the flick of the coin and all that sort of the stuff that looks, captaincy. And obviously he'll drive the troops, but I expect the same amount of vocality from a Corey, from a Birdie, from a Sonny, from a Foz, Colo. I'll go through the whole team. But it is an honour to manage to be the captain of this team, and obviously he'll get the fun at the end of the season if there's success. But the effect on the pitch, I think it's the effect of how you behave, how you live, his standards and everything is a real driving force behind, I think, why the lads want him as captain, and I'm pleased for him.
You mentioned Tom Barkhausen and Louis Sibley as well, and the injuries that they've had.
Yeah.
In terms of the overall squad, how are they looking fitness-wise going into the weekend?
Really good. I mean, I said earlier, I've done that many interviews this week. I think everyone's bored of my voice, but we had a behind closed doors game this week. It's good to get some more minutes into some of our attacking options. And like I said, I think Connor scored 4 in the end, but got 1 disallowed. He weren't best pleased. So that was good for him. He needs some time on the grass to get him anywhere near match fit. And then, all the other lads had a good top up, the Runes, the Robbos. So overall, I think the group's in a really good place. Like today and tomorrow isn't about like fitness, or it's about getting them football fresh, but aware of the tough game ahead. So it will start in earnest in 48 hours.
And you face Wigan in 48 hours. So what do you make of them from what you've seen in pre-season? What sort of tests will they pose? Because they're clearly going to be fired up to overturn this points deduction.
Yeah, and let's not kid ourselves. I know they've had troubles, as we did this time last year, but that didn't mean that we didn't go into the first game with massive expectations, as will they. The manager's been in, quite a while now, so he's had his, as not dissimilar to me, I suppose, had his imprint on the team pre-season. They play with a real attacking front four, and when you see the front four, if it is the front four we think, that's probably the best front line in the league. So we've got to try and keep them quiet, and we've got to ask questions of their back line. So I think they're a really good team. They'll have the ball a lot, so they're not a team that are going to come and park the bus, and they're not a team that play direct. They'll have the ball a lot, and they'll frustrate us a lot. I know it's going to be difficult to get the ball back off them because the way they play. However, we think that when we have the ball, that we can ask them as many questions. So it won't be a league decider. If you win it, you haven't won the title. If you lose it, you're not relegated by Christmas. So it'll just be. It always takes a few games to get all the teams in the league in their proper fettle. But looking forward to it. I think it'll be a good ask. It's a good game. I think. Hopefully we'll have a few people turn up. So I look forward to it.
You'll have a decent crowd there. So what's your sort of final message to the supporters going into this season?
Well, if you could stop stalking me in Meadowhall. Every time I go to Meadowhall, a Derby fan finds me. It's amazing. I spoke to a lad yesterday. I had to correct him because he had... not correct him, I don't mean it like that. I just had he said, what do you think of the signings? I'm not sure about that one. I went, well, let me stop you there, young man. Let me tell you how great he is. I just think, from a fan's point of view, I just hope you really enjoy the season. Look, I say this to my players all the time. Look, life's too short. Football seasons are over in a heartbeat. Like last year went in a heartbeat. So enjoy it for what it is. And look, it's theatre, isn't it, at the end of the day? You turn up, you don't know what you're going to get. You don't know if it's going to be the best game, the worst game. You could leave for 15 minutes to go and we could score 2 and you're like, oh my God, I missed it. So just enjoy it for what it is. It's an emotional roller coaster where you know that everyone at this football club is doing everything we can to get promoted. And if you can stay with the team more so when things aren't going well, because you don't need to sing if the team are 4-0 up. It's enjoyable, but it's when the team are losing or not playing well that being at home and having the fan base behind you gives the lads a massive boost. So if you can enjoy it, we'll do everything we can for a successful season, and hopefully I'll do an interview like this in the sun in the end of April, May, where everything's groovy. But just enjoy it for what it is, because it's a great club to be involved in, a great club to manage. It's an honour to manage this football club, but it should be a great club to be a fan of in recent times. So I hope you enjoy coming. I hope the sun shines on you and enjoy the day.